going on, Jerome's? So if you're in the Twitter sphere, you understand that Kleiman is probably the worst account on the interwebs. Aside from, I don't know, like some of those accounts that post beheading videos, I mean, it's pretty close. Like I'm sure that there's an account of someone kicking puppies or something, but Dav is close. All right, so he is the aggregator and boss, and a lot of times details are wrong, but just sort of is what it is, right? But Dav put this out. Every NFL team's most disappointing player. Now, some of these are pretty straightforward, right? So Kyler Murray, okay. Deshaun Watson, Brandon Ayuk coming off an injury. Daniel Jones on the Giants. He ain't even on the Giants. He's literally 2 teams removed from the Giants, which is kind of funny. Then, of course, the Jets, you have Aaron Rodgers, who ain't there anymore. But for Vikings, he lists Ivan Pace Jr., which I take a lot of issue with. And so first off, some of these Ravens Justin Tucker, the Falcons Kirk Cousins, and some of these players aren't even on their respective teams anymore. So I feel like Pace. I understand you have to list someone, but I feel like Pace is unfairly singled out. I think if you're going to name a player who isn't on the team anymore, Stephon Gilmore. Right, even though you have to account in age, and yes, he was the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year, but he wasn't that last year. All right, just sort of is what it is. Or, I don't know, Ed Ingram. Hey, again, Daniel Jones is no longer on the Giants. You're 2 teams away. Derek Carr is no longer on the Saints. Aaron Rodgers no longer on the Jets. So why can't we put Ed Ingram? Huh? Why not? Huh? But we got to put Ivan Pace Jr.? Yeah, okay. But I have a lot of issues with this because Ivan Pace Jr., frankly, is one of my favorite players on this team because everyone loves the scrappy underdog story, undrafted out of Cincinnati. Even though, do people realize? Did the scouts look at his face paint? He looks like Latimer from the program, and undersized, whatever, but highly productive and physical, and he's just a fantastic downhill linebacker. And after he went undrafted, Vikings signed him as a UDFA. He posted, "Y'all done effed up," and the league certainly has, right? And Pace came in, not only made the 53, essentially won a starting job as an undrafted free agent, a rookie, which he doesn't get enough credit for. Like, he's been in the league for 2 years. Like, how can he be disappointing as a UDFA who basically started from the jump, right? So 4-0 was looking really damn good. Also named NFC Defensive Player of the Week, Week 14 against the Raiders in 2023. Remember, the Vikings won 3-0, and they covered the 2.5. I remember it well. It's good times. And then last year teamed up with Blake Cashman outside. How about that? The pride of Eden Prairie. They teamed up as one of the best off-ball linebacking duos in the National Football League. And yeah, you could say, well, is he disappointing because he got hurt last year with his weird hamstring injury, which I've never seen like a player get folded up and it's a hamstring injury. Really unique. But even in 11 games, he was still doing damage. 76 tackles, 7th on the team. He was 4th on the team in tackles with 102 as a rookie in 2023. 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, both 5th on the team. 21 pressures, 4th, as well as he's the only player to score on a fumble return, which he did that in the first Lions game, kept the Vikings' head above water. And only he and Andrew Van Ginkel are the 2 Vikings defenders that scored off of a turnover last year. So, you do have to factor in that it's Dav, and just sort of is what it is. But again, I think that he completely missed the mark when it came to the Vikings. And again, Derek Carr, Daniel Jones, like Ed Ingram, Stephon Gilmore, sure could have gone down that route, but you didn't. But I don't know. I feel like so Pace is a very intense player, right? Could get better at coverage, but then again, who can't get better at coverage, right? But I feel like Pace is such a chip on the shoulder, intense player that he'll see this, from the clown Dav Kleiman and be like, and just turn it into aggression, which is something I love. He's a Bearcat. He's undrafted. He's unwanted, but he's wanted by this fan base because every single true Vikings fan will tell you that Ivan Pace Jr. going to be your long term. He is indeed that dude, and just intensity. Not a disappointment. Never a disappointment. He's a UDFA who basically started right away as a rookie. Come on, man. He's only in year 2. Let's give the man some respect. Just ridiculous, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. The worst account on the Twitter machine says that Ivan Pace Jr. is a disappointment. Whatever. Let us know. Comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol. Production value.